Hey, good morning, everybody. This is your girl, Traci Williams, and we're ready for a little tea time with Kim Inez-Mays. And she's going to be sharing with us today, or spilling the tea rather, on digital marketing and branding. So I'm going to let Kim tell you a little bit about herself. But before we get started, I just want to say, you guys, if you're watching this on the replay, please put hashtag replay in the comment box. And if you're watching it for the first time, let me know where you're from, if you're from Kansas City, Overland Park, or somewhere else. And just let us know that you are here so we know we're not by ourselves, because who wants to be by themselves? Plus, I have another announcement I want to share with you guys. And so this is really important to me today. So if you want to sign into the broadcast, please make sure that you share this information. It's going to be very valuable. And it's just going to be great today. So Kim, tell us a little bit about yourself, Miss Inez-Mays.
Okay.
What you do.
Yeah, so my name is Kim Inez-Mays. I am the founder of Foolishly Creative. So me and my team, we help professional coaches, professional speakers, authors, and thought leaders elevate their online presence to attract their ideal clients. And we do it through web design, branding, and digital marketing to make sure all of the pieces come together.
Awesome. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So you seem like you help out a lot of people, because a lot of folks are publishing books these days and doing speaking and all that kind of good stuff. And as we, something that was brought up in one of my last sessions was that having your own book is kind of like the business card that you need nowadays. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it definitely gives you authority in a particular subject matter. So, if somebody knows that you have a book on it, it does elevate your authenticity and your authority to speak on it.
Awesome. Well, I just love hearing that. That's some good news for me. Today is a special day for me, you guys. So I'm not going to be as cheery or, I'm usually like on 10 all the time, but I might be like a 5 or 6 today. Today is my mother's, this would have been her 79th birthday today. So it's a really special day for me. So I'm just wanting to honor her and publish a book. Well, do a pre-launch on a book that I'm publishing called The Tree of Life. So if you guys are watching this, just know that I'm celebrating. I'm happy. I'm excited about that. Actually, I'm super excited. But inside, just kind of feeling that mixed emotion of missing her, wishing she was here. Know that she's watching and she's all proud. But I can kind of hear her voice saying, "Trey, I'm so proud of you. You just did a good job," because she's like really got that nice, sweet voice like that. So so just be patient with me today as we make it through this, and we'll get it through together. And I'll have a great opportunity for you guys at the end. So I want to make sure that you're able to jump on and just please share. With us today, okay? And if you have any questions for Miss Kim, please put them in the box. This is going to be crucial. So I know you're going to get a lot of information. A lot of people are doing business online these days. I think more than ever, right, Kim?
Yeah, especially with COVID-19, a lot of things that we used to do in person has now been moved virtually. And, it's done just for the survival of the business. So, for example, dance classes, retreats, they're all virtual. And any other type of class where, one would meet in person, even Toastmasters, that's all virtual now. So it's great because now there's a lowered barrier of entry to get in front of more people, but then there are more people online and more things to do. So it's about cutting through the noise and making sure that you are visible for those who need to see you.
Yes. Okay. Well, I love.
Did you freeze? Hello? I can't hear you.
Frozen for a little bit there.
Mhm.
I wanted you to share with us a little bit about what kind of tool, what do you think, what are your tips for somebody who is a speaker, that's maybe been a speaker for some time that can make them stand out online?
Yeah, so my tips for somebody who's either a coach or speaker to stand online is to really understand your ideal client, who you're serving, and then what is it about you that makes you special, and what specific problem you solve. Because if you can be really specific, it makes you more attractive to those who are looking for that problem instead of being general. So I would say just do the time to do the research and to build the relationships.
Okay, awesome. That sounds good. It sounds like you've done a lot of research there too yourself. So have you worked with a lot of coaches and a lot of speakers in your time?
I have. So, that's my primary client base. So I only do websites for those who are in that space because they have a unique set of needs. And that's really important to kind of find your niche as a business owner. So that's my niche. So, not to say that, well, I probably wouldn't do any website or any marketing efforts outside of that because I know how to deliver to those individuals. So these could be coaches, consultants, wellness coaches, life coaches, doesn't really matter, but they all have the same problem and the same, similar solution.
Yes. Okay, so now, so you got the coaches and the speakers, and I like how you said you picked your particular niche. How would a person go by knowing like what is the best thing the best questions they can ask, or what do they do when they to find out what their niche is? Because some people have like a variety of things they like.
Yeah, so I say, when you find your niche or when you pick your niche, I say don't force it. And I know that's going to sound kind of weird, but I say think about the kind of people you already interact with and think about the kind of people you're currently interacting with. What is like the common denominator? So for me, I was in business communities with coaches and speakers and authors and people in that space. So I kind of already knew how to serve them, knew what they were looking for because I was in constant communication and community with them. So I think that when you pick a niche, you don't want to do something that you're totally unfamiliar with because now on top of running a business, now you have a learning curve and that's very difficult to do. So, chances are you've already been in business for a while, not officially, but you've probably been helping people for free, doing things, for free or, low cost. So continue that because that's something you're already good at doing and now just monetize it.
Right. So that's kind of good to bait people in, right? And then when they kind of get to know you and build that relationship, is that when you like, okay, offer maybe the bigger packages? How do you do that?
Yeah, so I wouldn't necessarily call it bait, but it's like really building out that relationship, really establishing yourself as an authority in a particular area. So this could be joining someone else's platform as a guest speaker or teacher, or this could be just providing guidance and counseling and tips and tricks in a Facebook group. So it's just about making yourself known, and then you don't really have to have a lower end package. I definitely don't. You can actually have a higher end package, but people already know, like, and trust you at that time. So it'll be easier for you to get on a call and to talk to them. Now, what I would recommend is everybody have something for free, and this could be a free downloadable, a free training, or even a podcast, even a live stream. This is content, and this is way of giving without selling yourself short. So you can give content, give knowledge, provide that. You can put it behind an email address if you want to build your list. You can put it in a Facebook group. But whatever it is that you do, you still need to build a rapport because people aren't just walking around with their cards out asking, you need to take their money.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. And that is the most important thing, to build that rapport so that relationship continues long term instead of, having like a one-time deal where you feel comfortable enough to know, like people and trust them that you can refer your friend to them or their friend to them, and which is good. It makes the circle a little bit bigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. Now, what tools would you suggest for speakers and authors?
Yeah, and for speakers, authors, coaches, consultants, I definitely recommend that you have what's called a customer relationship management tool. So this is a CRM for sure. If you hear me say CRM, this is what it is. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like a virtual Rolodex. Think like back in the day, we had like the Rolodex of names, or now we have address books. And it's a way to manage multiple people that come into your business, whether they are leads or partners or just folks who are interested in doing business with you, because now you have a way to manage them, because everybody's going to be at a particular stage in your sales pipeline. Some people may just be interested, maybe they're just subscribing to your list, which is another piece of software, but maybe they're just a subscriber. But when they move down your funnel and say, okay, well, now I'll take that webinar, I'll take that course, I'll book that call, then they're kind of closer into making a purchasing decision. So you really want to have a tool that manages and brings all this together, because as a business owner, even if you have a team, it's very difficult to do this in a spreadsheet. It's going to be unwieldy when you start getting all those clients. You have to serve them, onboard them, offboard them, get new leads, and nurture past clients too. So definitely, I would recommend a CRM.
Wow, it sounds like a lot of work.
Hmm.
Now, is this something that you offer from your business?
Yes, I do offer CRM setups, and I have a couple of CRMs that I work with, but I work with a lot more too. And what it is just getting an assessment or an audit of your business processes. So, for example, if you're a professional speaker and you are now paid to show up somewhere, you're going to need to know from your potential client, you're going to need to know, when's the event? How many people are going to be there? What time does it start? What are they early?
Okay, great. Yeah, I was like, I'm here, keep going. But
Yeah.
that's a good idea. I never knew people would do the CRM for you, so that's great. Great
Hmm.
tip.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So is that very time consuming to do that?
It is upfront, but when you think of things that take up your time, you're saving time and money in other places. So sometimes people don't want to invest the time nor the money to do things up front, but you have to look at the longer picture. The longer you spend doing manual tasks like sending out invoices and contracts and asking questions or going back and forth to book meetings and things like that, that's time that could equate to dollars of you getting a lead, serving a client, and making a sale. So you have to look at it like, okay, I'm going to spend the time up front either building out my systems or working with somebody to do that, or I'm going to just then use up my time, or maybe even hire a VA to do a lot of the stuff, but then you're spending time and money downstream.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I just hired a VA, and so
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited because I'm like just sending out emails itself,
Mm-hmm.
and thank you letters and all of that is going to be like such a time saver, and putting posts up for me. It's like, oh, this is like great. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
to do that. Sorry. So that gives me time to do what I'm good at and what I love doing. Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, what do you suggest for a coach or a speaker when they decide, hey, I want to, sell a program, maybe online, and being able to reuse that same material for something else?
Yeah, so what I suggest to somebody who's looking to sell a program is to really kind of do your research up front to see if there's a demand for this program, who's it for, really kind of take the time to flesh out the details, but particularly the benefits, like what are they getting out of this program, and to kind of make sure that you know that it's something that will sell. And then another tip that I have is to make sure that when you start putting it out there, you build a sales page, social media links, emails, whatnot, that if you can invest in a copywriter, because a copywriter is going to take all of those benefits and all those details that you kind of gleaned from your research. So you may do a little bit of research on their own. And then what will happen is they will be able to write your copy in a way that sells, because copy is, I think, the most important thing when it comes to establishing your online presence, is how you resonate with your potential customers. So that's what I would recommend. Number one, just making sure that that program is something that your customers want. And then number two, investing in the copy.
Great. I love that. Now, I understand, are there a couple of programs out there that help with that the copywriter?
Well, I recommend a person to actually do the copy. There's nothing that replaces an actual human being, but there are tools that you can use to do it if you don't want to hire out a copywriter at this time. There are templates out there. So one tool in particular, and I have to think of it, it's a subject line analyzer. So sometimes I'll use that to see if I'm using certain keywords that will increase my open rates, for example. And there's just so many other things that I can use too. Just one way that I kind of hack it is I actually go into Facebook groups, I save posts, and then I kind of take out the words that people are using in those posts so that I can use that in my copy. So that's a quick way, but there's so many tools out there. But really, I think just it's nice once you've done it, once you work with a copywriter, to send them your stuff, and then you just get the copy back and you can just copy and paste and move on, especially if you're not a writer.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know they have these different programs out that kind of try to do it all for you, which I even behind that, it's like somebody had to actually go in and do the work. So just sometimes it just seems like maybe that's a time saver too, like maybe the Kajabi, and where they have everything built in, it'll do like your email for you and events. And if you have classes that you want to sell online, you can do different things like that. What is your opinion on those?
Well, yeah, so you mentioned Kajabi, and that is really a core. It's an all-in-one piece of software, so it'll handle the course setup, some different funnels. It'll do email marketing and stuff like that. I don't have extensive experience with it. I don't know if it has any tools that will assist in copywriting, but it is something that if you are looking to do courses, or if you're looking to set up multiple digital products, it is something that is available. There are so many others as well, like Infusionsoft, and I think there's another. Well, Infusionsoft doesn't do courses, but that does marketing automation. There's also Kartra, which some of my clients have used, and like the list goes on and on. So I think that when shopping around for a particular tool, I think it's helpful to just take out a pen and paper and write down the things that you want to do and the features that you need, and then when you're going on these sites, instead of spinning your wheels and going crazy looking for stuff, what you can do is actually contact their sales team and to say, hey, look, do you have features X, Y, and Z? Because that's a time saver. I've done it. And some things that are a deal breaker, I said, okay, well, good. I didn't invest in this because it can't do what I needed to do. So that's my approach, and that's something that I highly recommend.
Hey, I like that. That's awesome. Yeah, so because a lot of people, they don't know which way to go, which is great why we're doing this today, so people would have a great understanding of what to do. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I want to not go over my time limit. I said 11:30. So again, you guys, this is Kim Inez-Mays with Foolishly Creative. Is that right?
Yes.
And you can catch her on foolishlycreative.com. She has an awesome website and a great freebie for you all. And I'll let her tell you a little bit about the freebie. So as you get in contact with her, for sure, then at least you'll have something that you can jump in and, just see how polished she is and just how everything is just kind of straightforward for you guys. So just tell us a little bit about how you make people shine online.
Yeah, so I have a couple of freebies, but most importantly, I have my Shine Online workbook and resource bundles. So it is a workbook that will allow you to identify your ideal client, know what you deliver. You can speak to your promises. So it is a series of questions designed to kind of probe that information out of you so that you can apply it to your website, to social media posts. So it kind of falls in line with everything I said about copy. But even to work with a copywriter, you really have to know what you're delivering. So that is a tool that I use. And it also comes with a resource guide too of some of those systems that I've used so that, you don't have to run around and, try to find something that works for you. Of course, there's probably things on there that would work for you, but these are things that I have vetted and tested. So it's available on my website. If you go, it should be like the first button down. You can click on it and get that.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
put up a picture of it so that everybody would know exactly what it looks like. Is everything looks polished in there, and so yeah, make sure that you get in touch with this young lady. She's young, on the move, and know what she's doing. So if you want to shine online, if you want to stand out, if you don't know what to do, whether you're a novice at being an author, speaker, or coach or consultant, definitely she's her title is not consultant, but she does that from what you can tell, right? So
Yes.
what's up? What's coming up in the future for you, Kim?
Yes, so on July 13th, I will be having a free 5-day list building challenge. So this is a list building
Wow.
challenge that will allow you to create your perfect freebie, well, what I call a lead magnet, and it is a vehicle used to grow your marketing list. I'm a huge advocate of email marketing, and I've been in the industry for like email marketing. I've been doing it for probably almost 15 years. I would say. So I would say that, it's really important to have, like, unlike social media where the rules change all the time, email marketing has been kind of a mature thing. You know, and it's good to show up in people's inboxes, be able to communicate with them with whatever you have going on.
Well, that's awesome. So July 13th, list building challenge from foolishlycreative.com, right?
Yes.
This is pretty cool. Now, does it cost anything to be a part of the challenge?
No, it's absolutely free.
Okay. Now, how are you going to do this? Are you going to come online, or do people need to opt in? What do you,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, so it is an opt-in, and this is by design. So this is also a list building activity, a list building method that people can apply to their own business. So yes, it's an opt-in, and what it is, it's 5 days of instructions, and it's 5 days of video. I'll be going live in my personal group to kind of deliver the content, and every day we'll touch on a different activity leading up to kind of the finished product.
Wow, that
Mhm.
is incredible. Okay, tell us the name of your personal group in case people want to join or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's called the Digital Thought Leader Collaborative. So if you do a search for that, you should be able to see it. It's a picture of me kind of in the corner. You can't miss it.
Okay, so Digital Thought Collaborative,
Thought Leader Collaborative.
Leader Collaborative. Okay, so I'm going to
Mhm.
put this in the comments. So nobody has to go back and see it. And I'll just put, is it a private group?
Yeah, so you can just, it's just a request to join, and then it's just 3 simple questions. And
Okay.
then, yeah, my administrator, my partner will let you in and welcome you.
Okay. Very
Mhm.
cool. I love that, Kim. Now you just keep up the good work. I'm proud of you as a
Mhm.
young girl, just coming up doing your thing. Keep making that money and helping people shine online, girl.
Mhm. Thank you.
Well,
Mhm.
thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Again, if you watch this on the replay, put in hashtag replay for me. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure you give us a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. We really appreciate that. And you guys just enjoy the rest of your day. Again, this is Traci Williams with Inspiring Hope, which stands for Have Only Positive Expectations. It is possible, and you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Peace out.